Hey fam, welcome back. Hopefully you're doing good and having a great day. If you're not, please let me know what I can do to help you. Until then, have a little bit of an update about the Charlie Kirk assassination. So the supposed lone gunman had a second hearing today. So there's a few things to talk about. Let's get into it, guys.
And let's bring back Josh Ritter and Donna Rotuno now. If we have them there, let's pull them up. You know, Josh, if you're there, I want to start with you. There was some discussion about waiving the preliminary hearing. The preliminary hearing is an opportunity, as Paul Morrow said, to have a mini trial. You get evidence, you can cross-examine witnesses. It's determining probable cause. What's your analysis of the defense saying we're not waiving the preliminary hearing?
I think they want to view it the evidence. I think they want to see what exactly the government has. Are they able to prove it? Another thing that happens at the prelim is it's an opportunity to see how some of these witnesses perform. So perhaps they want to see how some of these investigators perform on the stand and nail down their testimony to a specific narration and make sure that they stick to that, put in their testimony on the record. I will note that it sounds like we're going to be dealing with this case for quite some time, given that the prosecution said the discovery is voluminous. And if you think about it, this is a crime, a murder that took place in front of hundreds of eyewitnesses. All of those people have to be identified and interviewed, electronic devices. This is a process.
I wonder which witnesses they're going to bring to the stand. And I also wonder how well prepared the FBI is going to be when they present their evidence before the judge. They're doing an absolutely terrible job. I mean, the FBI is a real embarrassment right now. They're really trying to rush through this case, which makes you ask more questions.
It's going to take quite some time.
Donna, on that point, we heard the voluminous discovery process mentioned by both counsels, and there is quite voluminous discovery. You've got the DNA on the weapon. That will be forensic analysis. I'm sure they will try to challenge that in whatever way they can. You have the messages on Discord where there was an admission from Tyler Robinson that he had committed the crime. You have the text messages with the roommate where he methodically talks about looking for the weapon. There's even messages beforehand saying that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk. Voluminous evidence, and I fully suspect the defense to say, have you crossed your T's and dotted your I's in the collection of this evidence?
No question. That'll be the...
Yeah, and there's also evidence of him being shot in the back of the neck. There are a lot of things that aren't making sense. And just like CNN, Fox News is also towing the narrative for the government too. It really disappoints me. They're telling you right to your face. They are telling you, nothing to see here. The FBI has already found the evidence. Nothing to see here. We've got it handled. Go on about your day. Fucking embarrassment.
The biggest thing they'll do in terms of those pieces of evidence. Did they perform the proper subpoena power that they have? Did they obtain these documents the right way? Did they talk to the proper witnesses in order to be able to gather what they needed to gather? And so, yes, they will definitely be having to perform, showing that they've met every foundational requirement. So there's going to be a lot of picking apart, I'm sure, of every piece of evidence by the defense, because they're going to try to do anything they can. Anytime you have a case where it does seem that there is a lot of evidence and voluminous discovery, the defense is going to have to try to poke holes in any way they can. And we just
poke holes. It seems like it's going to have to be done to the claimant. Bro, dude, I wonder what evidence they're going to bring. I wonder what documents they're going to show. And I wonder who they're going to subpoena. Are they going to subpoena the actual experts who went in and did their analysis, people who have been shot overseas, people who know entry and exit wounds because they've used different calibers to hunt big game? No, of course not. No, they're going to bring absolute fucking clowns because they're towing a narrative. They're towing a narrative. I've seen enough of this fucking bullshit. I'm tired of hearing these people speak. All right. So what I really wanted to talk about today is the fact that the FBI is really rushing this whole situation. There's a couple of clips that I wanted to show you from Heavy Duty Country. It's right here. So there's evidence of someone being captured on film on a rooftop here. And that's actually where we saw the muzzle flash, right, from the suppressed rifle that was fired because it was suppressed. Of course, they're not talking about this. They're not talking about the angle that he was shot from. They're not talking about the discrepancy in the entrance and exit wounds. They're not talking about the lack of overspray. They're not talking about this shit because they're towing a narrative, right? So let's go ahead and get into this one.
In the beginning, who was like, hey, there's somebody on the roof. That seems weird. And I know it's a college campus, but this just seems off to me. Then at his memorial, they got all these broadcasters there. I thought, to be honest, the memorial was a little bit off. The talking, like, nobody believes this is actually what happened.
So I was in line with people for 3 hours talking to all the folks. And they were Christians, and they were happy, and they had families, and they were lovely people. And I started talking to them, and they were happy and prayerful, and none of them that I spoke to believed that the shooter that they got and have arrested actually did it. And they are
the War Room Posse. It's 0%.
They were and they were angry.
Same with our chat.
They don't need that. They don't. Not saying this guy's not a bad guy and an evil guy,
Right.
But they think something, and this is why Kash Patel did announce today that the FBI has officially expanded the investigation. My big fear was you would get a lone wolf, lone gunman, and Utah police and everybody want to shut it down. I think Kash said today that they've expanded it out because we have to.
Okay, great. But did Kash Patel put that out because of the pressure that we've created? Or did he put it out because they thought they had a plan as far as how they were going to address it? And then when everybody was like, this is pretty fucking stupid, then they were like, well, now we're going to be investigating more stuff because clearly the public does not believe us. And clearly the story that we put out is complete BS. Is that the reason why? Because it sure as hell seems like it. Oh, we're not done. By far, the most compelling video that this whole thing is crap at this point is there's a guy out there who apparently is very well connected with law enforcement, with the FBI, who is now saying that the FBI is about to shut down the investigation into Charlie Kirk. Now, let me remind everybody, we just went over a bunch of tweets from what we can find on the internet. We don't have access to everybody's phones like the FBI does and anything else that people were chatting on like Discords and all that other stuff. All we have is what is online. And there are people who clearly knew about it, but let's just shut down the investigation.
This is outrageous, and I'm pretty furious about it, but I did want to come in and report what I just learned from a high-level source. This is confirmed, by the way, at the highest levels, that this is about to happen. The FBI, according to my source, is about to wrap up their investigation into the assassination of Charlie Kirk. They're done.
Unbelievable.
And they are set to announce that Tyler Robinson is the lone gunman. End of story. Move along. Nothing to see here. That is what the...
Yep. That is what we all voted for. Do you see now? Do you see? Charlie was assassinated. Maybe he's connected, but he was not killed by him. And now they're wanting to rush the trial. Despite all of the evidence, the analysis, the breakdowns that people have been circulating across the entire internet for the past 3 weeks, anytime you see a high-profile assassination like this and they just rush the trial, if the said suspect even makes it to the trial, then you know something is up. Something is not right, and the FBI has to be involved some way. Listen, I have mentioned, and no one else is talking about this, I have mentioned that the FBI adopted the Flow 556K suppressor into their department back in 2022, very recently. And this just happens this year. And more people are coming to find out that the very shot that was taken was a suppressed shot. So everything is pointing to the FBI. It's not pointing to this guy. Though he may be connected, he may be the patsy. He may be the fall guy. Just as Oswald was. Just as James Earl Ray was. Listen, this guy may be evil, but I do believe he didn't shoot Charlie Kirk. So we got to put more pressure on the FBI to actually do their fucking job. And if it comes out that they were involved some way, the entire FBI needs to be disbanded. Fuck that. The FBI needs to be disbanded anyways. That and the CIA. Because they have proven to be nothing but a threat to America. They've proven that time and time again. So fuck them. Let's see some of the comments. I'm not the only one that's asking that. Erica is acting strange, and I didn't know her personally before the happenings of late. But from the outside looking in, I think she is acting very strange. But like I said, I don't know how she acted before. Bro, it's 130 yards. I can make pistol shots at 130 yards. I think most of us could without training, anything like that. I know one thing I guarantee you, the FBI has lied to the U.S. since November 1963. That's why I brought up Kennedy. Through Ruby Ridge, through Waco, through 9/11, through the Pentagon. Yes, they have been lying to us for years. For years. Snowden was right. The U.S. government spies more on the American citizen than anyone else. That's true. Thanks to Palantir, who is owned by Peter Thiel, they can do that with ease. And Peter Thiel has some outside influences as well. So, there you go. Listen, guys, this is why I tell you it does not matter whether you vote red or blue. You are being sold out. Maybe not by every politician, but you are being sold out by the majority of them because the majority of them take APAC money. You are being sold out. We all are being sold out. And here we go, right here. No autopsy. There wasn't an autopsy that was done. There was no autopsy. Matter of fact, it was a replay of 1963. Per Texas law, any murder that is committed, there must be an autopsy done in that state before the body can be transferred anywhere else. Whether, I can't remember if, I want to say it was the CIA who had threatened the medical examiner over Kennedy's body, and they forcefully took the body from the medical examiner. Utah also has a law, and I'll show you here. If in the opinion of the medical examiner, an autopsy should be performed, or if an autopsy is requested by the district attorney or county attorney having criminal jurisdiction, or by the attorney general, the autopsy shall be performed by the medical examiner or a regional pathologist. That is from the Utah Code. So there should have been an autopsy done in the state of Utah before he was taken out of state. So this is one massive cover-up. I'll fucking say it. Don't give a fuck. This is one massive cover-up. Because it is. There's too much evidence that says it is. I'm going to do this every single time we talk about Charlie. In September 2025, Senate Republicans narrowly blocked a push from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer from New York that would have forced the Justice Department to release all Epstein-related files. For those of you who are diehard Republicans, oh, so that's not 8-4 now. The last time I looked at that, that was 8-4. But the House Rules Committee is now saying that there was a 5-7. But it said there was an 8-4 last time. Where's the Senate? The Senate had also voted, majority Republican, to seal up the Epstein files as well. A 51-49. And guess what? All of this happened on the same day Charlie was shot. Same day. If you think your government cares about you, you are sorely mistaken. And if your death means that they can escape accountability, well, that's exactly what they're going to do. I keep telling you, it does not matter red or blue. They don't care about you. Red or blue, they don't care about you. That should be a phrase. Red or blue, they don't care about you. There needs to be a new party. People's Party. Fuck Republicans. Fuck Democrats. People's Party. But we'll see if that ever happens. Anyways, that's it, guys. That's all I got for you right now. If you guys happen to have any evidence that you would like to show me, please do. You can email me. You can reach out to my other socials. I'll be more than happy to take a look into the evidence because I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to find out who actually did it. I think we all know who, but we're going to keep searching. If this video helped you out, please like, share, subscribe, join the family, guys. I would truly appreciate that. Please support the channel. We're growing. We just hit 500 family members a little bit ago, and I want to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So, guys, help me that endeavor. I want to change this culture, and I need your help to do it. So I appreciate the help. If you need me for anything, I'm always here. Please reach out. Please remember to take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I love you all. I wish you a lovely day. I'll talk to you guys soon.